Okay, so this is my presentation on what my dream job would be. I chose high school librarian. I went right to the school librarian angle because I did do retail for 8 years. And in retail, your hours are everywhere. They're night shifts, day shifts, weekends. I've done shifts where I'm closing and I have to be back the next day to open. And it wears on you. It really does. After 8 years, I was done. And so school librarian, I felt would be a little easier with that. I mean, I'm in a public library now, which I love. But again, at least I have a set schedule. I have 3 days a week that I work every week, same 3 days, same shifts. But again, some are nights, some are days. And I have 1 or 2 weekends a month that I work, and they're never the same weekend. So I'm still dealing with those hours a bit. But I went through the schools, researching it, and with the universities, they are nights and they are weekends because the college students who are studying all the time. And I says, no, we're not going to go there. Then there's the elementary, but kids, they're just so loud. Even in the library, they're loud, and they always ask tons of questions. Big question of why this or why that, and I don't always know how to respond to a kid. I don't know. I'm not great with communicating with kids. I don't always know how to answer questions that they're asking to be to an appropriate level for what they might need to hear, what maybe their parents would want. It's like, you know, I don't want to be in that position. So I rolled that out. Thought about middle school, but I hated junior high. Hated it. It's not a good time. And I mean, junior high is full of hormones when everything's shifting and all those hormones really come in, and I don't want to be in that environment. It's just not fun. So I looked at the high school. I loved high school when I was in it. I had tons of fun. And I feel like as a high school librarian, I can connect with those students the best. I feel like I could identify any ones that were similar to me in high school, and I could sort of be there for them, help them, get them on a certain path, encourage them to try a club or what have you. I feel like I can be an asset. And with the high school librarian, the hours Monday through Friday, day shifts, no nights, no weekends, unless you volunteer for school activities and things. No holidays, you get the summers off. I mean, that's ideal. So, high school is where I would like to find myself. A bit of the overview. I need to make sure I'm providing the books for teachers and students. I got to make sure there's a nice collection for them. When I did my practicum, I did it at my old high school, and I learned that a librarian makes posters for teachers. They give them the design, and we print them out. They have this pretty awesome giant printer that you can print out different size posters. And then there's also the laminating that goes along with that. Sort of a fun machine to use. And then, teachers are always requesting materials and stuff, and it's my duty to find these desired materials as best I can, the best prices and things. And then, of course, technology. I got to be able to provide technologies for the students as they change so they are prepared. And then I have to be able to assist them with their research, provide databases for them. And, with high school, there's always a research paper. So I got to be able to instruct them on how to search properly, give them searching tools and for live, legit databases to go to and things of that nature. Some of the key competencies, as I was just saying, I got to have research knowledge, got to know how to do it, got to know the good databases, got to know the Boolean search and different keywords for them to try and things like that. I have to have the ability to maintain a well-rounded collection. I have to keep that collection up to date. I have to get the books that go with what the students are learning and some of the new materials that they'd be interested in. And with that, I have to know how to catalog. I will probably continue to use the Dewey Decimal System. That's the system I like. I know the best. It makes sense to me. I know some libraries have started sort of just doing it like alphabetically. That I think it's messy and confusing, so I will definitely stick with Dewey. It's a great system. It's been used for forever. And then I have to be able to keep up with technology and the trends. Technology is constantly changing. I have to be able to stay up on it. I have to be able to learn and learn quickly and learn how to use these technologies and decide what needs to be brought in for the students. And I got to be educated on it because if a student asks me about technology, I should be able to provide some information. And then I always find that organizational skills are very important. I'm a very organized person, so I think I bring that to the table. You want to keep everything organized, and so when teachers come to ask you something, you know right where it is. You want it, if things aren't organized, nobody can find anything, and it's not good. So definitely got to have a good organizational system. And then the other big thing that would make the high school library my dream job is if I could be able to be a part of the drama club. I loved theater in high school. I loved it. Theater has been a big passion of mine. That was my first career path. It didn't pan out. But this would be a way for me to keep theater in my life and to be a part of theater and sort of do that work. I loved theater, as I said. It was sort of my home away from home. I loved the students I was with, and made me feel like part of the group. I had a great time. I learned so much in there, and I want to be able to be a part of that. And you know, I was more backstage stuff, so that would probably be where I would gear towards, as being the teacher that sort of works with the techies and things like that, as opposed to the acting. I want to be able to encourage those students who are a little shyer to have their voice, to try acting. Even if you just do my say stuff, well, just a small part, just to experience that. I want to be able to encourage them to do that. I had a couple great, wonderful theater teachers. The head of the department, she was fantastic. I learned so much from her. I want to be able to take some of the things I've learned from her and use them. I can't emulate her or be her because she's special, one of a kind, but I like to take some of her techniques and meld them with some techniques that I hope that I can create, perfect and create and use. And I think I would be great in the theater department. It would be a way to nourish that passion that I have of it, and to encourage students and help students, and students that were like me, a little shyer maybe, and to feel that they can be in this theater. And I just think that'd be just so much fun to do. And yes, that would require some nights and weekends during that big week of rehearsals, but that's okay. That's that's part of the fun, is that intense week of rehearsals. So yeah, my dream job, to be a high school librarian and to be a part of the drama club at that theater. I want to get into a really great high school with great teachers that treat me with respect, that don't treat me just like their little errand person that just comes to their beck and call and gives them whatever they need. That there's a good relationship there, that they're respectful, that they're great, and I want to have great students that are willing to learn and everything. And I want there to be a great theater program to be a part of, so I can be a part of that. And that is my hope in the future. And so this is my dream job. Thanks for listening.